Morning, gang. It's Thursday morning, Thursday the 15th of October 2020. Good morning to you and welcome to the Chapel Hill Marina and this morning's United Kingdom talk, where we start the show today with some excellent news. Some excellent news, gang. Naga Monchetti has a new job. There is a picture of our beauty there. You know how much I like her. People keep saying, well, how can you like her if you're gay? You don't have to fancy everyone you like. I mean, you're that thick. I mean, how stupid is that? How can you? Because she's fierce. We like fierce. She don't take no crap from anyone. We love Naga Monchetti. She's got a new job, but before you, and I have a feeling, Paul Adamson, you didn't read the story because you've put in your email to me, bad news for you, Chris, and then there's a picture of Naga with the news story. You haven't read the story, have you? You put bad news for you, didn't you? Because you thought she was going to leave BBC Breakfast. No, not the case at all. Not the case at all. We haven't got... Naga is not moving. She is doing extra stuff. More! I think she could be an excellent host of the Return of the Generation game or something like that. We love Naga. I'm sorry. I'm going to pin my little note to the wall there. We love Naga. We love Naga. We love Naga. We do. Anyway, she's got a new job. An extra job. The work's pouring in. I'm even considering giving her a job here as a co-host. Yeah. I'm sure she would run around here. Possibly not on exactly the same money as she's on at the BBC, but nevertheless, I would happily have her sit in it. I'm not sure I'd get a word in edgeways, but I would try. On the BBC website this morning, BBC Breakfast presenter Naga Monchetti, who was on this morning, incident, she's going to be so busy. She's going to be very busy. Is to join Radio 5 Live, presenting 3 days a week in the mid-morning slot, formerly filled by Emma Barnett. Naga will host the radio show from 10 till 1 o'clock, Mondays to Wednesdays. That's morning to afternoon. And will keep her spot on BBC Breakfast Time from Thursdays to Saturdays. Isn't that excellent news? Now, I've got to admit, I have to say, I don't actually know anyone who listens to Radio 5 Live. I used to in an older car that I have. The trouble is with the car I've got now, I've only got on the Toyota, I only have 6. You know when you what's that called? DAB buttons. Oh, what's that called now? You know when you select a button and you make it that radio station. Presets. I've only got 6 DAB presets on that. It's odd, isn't it, really? So if you're on favourites, you only have 6 there, you know, which happens to be LBC, Talk Radio, LBC News, BBC Radio Lincolnshire, BBC Radio London, and believe it or not, Times Radio. I like talking radios. And if they start going on about one subject too much, then I'll flick over and try another one. So I haven't got another space on there unless I take one of them off. I don't really listen to Times Radio too much, so I might take that one off and put Radio 5 Live on there. But I must admit, I don't know anyone that listens to Radio 5 Live, so I hope she makes a go at it because she's a nice lady. 5 Live, it says, has one of the most passionate, engaged audiences in radio, said Naga Monchetti, who will start in January. Oh, why do we have to wait so long, Naga? Please, immediately go there and start today. We need people like you on there. Absolutely. The presenter was a standing host on the station over summer. I've always wanted to work more in radio, and after such an enjoyable experience presenting on the station recently, I jumped at this opportunity, she said. Isn't that great? So she's got a new job. Go Naga. Very pleased for you, my darling. Very pleased for Naga Monchetti. Talking of radio, incidentally, there was a station I was on some time ago, and I've mentioned it once or twice to you, reachonair.com. Now, this is not a paid, it's not like a paid position or anything like that. It's like another internet radio station. And there's thousands and thousands of internet radio stations. If you're looking for something that you like, you shouldn't have to search too bad to find it somewhere on an internet radio station, okay? Reach on Air is one such station. And it basically, if you want to do a show, generally you can get one on there, okay? You just have to let them know and sign up and all that. I'm still signed up because I was there years ago. A couple of times I've been there, and I've got a little note message from one of the chaps who's running it, Bertie Stevens, who's asked me if I'd like to go back there, even if I did like one show a week or something like that. So that's something I'm considering now, like a music and chat show that I used to do on there. They're only an hour long, but it's quite nice. The beauty of having a music and a chat show is that if you want to go to the Wii, you just put a record on, you know, which... there is an advantage to being on radio. I mean, you never see Hugh Edwards pop out, do you? I think he's got a catheter in. Good old Hugh Edwards, who we love very much on the BBC News at 10. I reckon a lot of those news people have got catheters in, so that they don't have to get up and go to the toilet. There's a little tube going on. You'd never see it, of course. Not with those remote-controlled cameras. Isn't it all wonder? I love it. Oh, BBC News, all those cameras moving around like that. That's all automatic, you know. Oh, yes, it's a computer program. It's a computer program, and the presenter has to stand in that position for the camera to get to him. There's no one working it, sort of just give it a little nudge to the left. No, it's all computer programs. If you ever watch the the BBC News programs, you know, at the same time every day, so Monday 10 o'clock, Tuesday 10 o'clock, Wednesday 10 o'clock, and so on and so forth, you'll notice, if you watch them carefully, the cameras always move at exactly the same time. It's all a computer program. Very clever. All I've got is a little webcam on a stick in here. That's all I've got. Yeah, so I'm considering doing that sort of once a week, you know, a 1 hour show each week, like a little music and chat show. All right, we've got the Super Chat raffle coming up today, boys and girls. Someone's going to win the pack of playing cards and a pen as well, because we're very generous this week. Okay, next week's Super Chat raffle, I'll tell you about that when we've done this one, otherwise people get confused. And the week after that, an electronic device is going to be the Super Chat prize. There you go. Nope, horses wouldn't drag it from me. And you will want one. You'll want one. Maybe you've wanted one for a while, but you can't part with the cash. You might part with a couple of quid. You know, it's nice. Not next week, the week after. You see? Lots of things to look forward to. Lots of things to look forward to. Talking of things to look forward to, how about changing your toothpaste? Now, bear in mind, I'm never paid by anyone to promote things. Never. I let you know if I come across something and it's all well and good. 2 things. Because I went in Aldi last night. 2 things, boys and girls. First of all, toothpaste. How much do you pay for your toothpaste? £2, sometimes £3, the Sensodyne stuff. I've often seen the Sensodyne toothpaste, I kid you not, for about £5 a tube. It's outrageous. How is a tube of toothpaste £5? Well, a few weeks ago, I started using the one in Aldi. It's 57 pence a tube. Here it is, this one. It's a Lidl, I think they do their own one as well. Dentite, special care for sensitive teeth. Now, you've got to be careful, right? Because for whatever reason, when you go in Aldi, often several varieties of the same product are in one box. You know, so you might have the sensitive one, the extra whitening one, and I don't know what else, the anti-plaque one, all in one box, and they're all kind of mixed up. I never understand, actually, why there are so many different varieties of toothpaste. That one does anti-plaque, that one does sensitive teeth, that one's got extra... Why don't they just put it all in one paste and be done with it? Funny, isn't it? You know, I mean, if you wanted to be extra careful, you know, you'd be brushing your teeth three times, wouldn't you? Once with this paste, once with the other one, and once with the other one. And one of the ones they've got, it's got menthol beads, and that tastes really nice. But these in Aldi are 57 pence a tube. You can't go wrong, can you? I mean, absolutely brilliant. 57 pence a tube. So there's that, okay? Give that a go. Stop spending £3, £4, £5 for a tube of toothpaste is outrageous. I know how tight the money is. Not only that, when I was in there last night, I went down to Skegness last night for a little trip out on my own. Not only that, I found the pizzas. You know, the £5.50 co-op pizzas. Shall I go and get it? Is DJ Chris with us this morning? Just a moment, please. Yes, he is. DJ Chris is in the house. Chris, I've got the pizza here. Hang on a minute. Let me just go to my fridge. I'll be back after these important messages. 1 second. DJ Chris. I told you, didn't I? The £5.50 pizzas in the co-op I have spotted in Aldi. Now these are them. I told you they're not small. This probably served a small family of buffalo, you know, in Africa or something like that. But here's the size of them. Look. What can I put up against this to give you an idea of the size? I don't have a tape measure or anything like that. Let's turn that on. Don't have a tape measure or anything like that. Oh, one of my water bottles. There you go. Look at the size of this. These are enormous, these pizzas. Look. Right. In the co-op, £5.50. I told you I thought they were £3.79. No. £3.29. It's like bid up TV, isn't it? I could work on QVC. QVC. I don't think they do pizzas on there, do they? QVC. Anyway, there it is. Oh, I can smell it. And I've got this for when I get home tonight because I'm doing the drive down south tonight. There you go. £3.29 for that. That's not bad at all, is it, eh? Can't go wrong with the £3.29 pizza. Oh, I think someone's just turned up. Is that Jeff? I think Jeff's turned up next door. Be back in a minute. Well, back in a minute. Oh, yes, it is. It's Jeff. My delightful caravan neighbour's just turned up next door. Jeff. Oh, that's good. That's good. What a shame I'm going later. Never mind. Anyway, so just to let you know, £3.29 for one of those massive pizzas. It's not bad at all, is it? I picked up on an absolutely delightful story this morning. I have to tell you, again, I was watching BBC News. And who was it this morning? Was it Dan? I think it was Dan. He's all right, isn't he? Dan on BBC Breakfast News. I quite like it. I don't like Charlie. Miserable git. He could easily fill in for that James O'Brien on LBC in the morning. Oh, what a miserable git that. You can't come across anyone as miserable as James O'Brien on LBC. Everything is just constantly miserable with him, I tell you. Anyway, so I'm watching the telly this morning. There's this young boy. He's 10 years old, right? And he had a friend. An elderly gentleman, 74 years old. He became friends with him when his wife died. Apparently they moved. And shortly after they moved, the wife died. He got very lonely. And the family started becoming friendly. And a friendship formed between him and the old man. And this is just such a wonderful story. A 10-year-old, this is on the BBC website, a 10-year-old boy has been sleeping outside in a tent for more than 200 days. So he would have been there in the cold weather. I've been in a tent in cold weather. Not recently, no. I don't think I want to do it again. Back in the 1970s, when we had proper winters in February. In February, I would be in a tent surrounded by snow. Do you know the weird thing is I don't remember being cold. I'm sure we were. Our scout leader, Ted Morden, wonderful man, always had us in shorts. We had to wear shorts in the morning. I don't know why. That was his rules. We had little cold legs. Anyway, a 10-year-old boy has been sleeping outside for more than 200 days in memory of two family friends. The boy's called Max. He's from Braunton. Was inspired to sleep out every night in a tent left to him by his friend and neighbour Rick, the old chap, who died in February. Rick was 74, told Max, "Promise me you'll have an adventure in here," before he died from cancer. He gave him a tent. He wanted him to have his tent. So he said, "Promise me you'll have an adventure in here," before he died from cancer, this chap. Max has now raised more than actually, it says on the website, £16,000, right? I'm sure I saw on the television this morning. Did I write it down? No. Oh, hang on a minute. That's another bit of paper. Where's the other bit of paper gone? Oh, it's in the other room. It's in the other room. I'm sure I saw on the television this morning it got up to £51,000. I love it when you see a young person raising money for charity. Don't you love that? Max has according to the website, it says Max has raised more than £16,000 for the North Devon hospice that cared for Rick and his wife in their final days. I don't know if I can find out what the running total is at the moment. Let's just type it into the... Yes, here we go. He's got a Just Giving website. I'm sure it was up to 51,000. I found it now. Oh, 60,000 now. I just love it when a young person has done something like that. He's raised he wanted to raise 20,000. He's now raised 61,000. So, of course, one mention on BBC Breakfast Time, it's gone up £9,000. Just wonderful. So he's raised now more than £60,000 for the North Devon hospice that cared for Rick and his wife in their final days. The 10-year-old said the best part of sleeping outside was escaping parents and getting to read the Beano for as long as you want. When I was 10, I don't think I wanted to escape my parents, really. I mean, I wanted to be with my mum all the time. He added, the worst bits have been the weather and finding an ant's nest underneath the tent. I sometimes get a bit freaked out when it's stormy weather, but I wouldn't say I get scared. Yeah, and there was one bit, he does the whole blog thing as well, you know, so he's got a little camera in front of him like that and talks, and you can hear the wind. You can hear the wind sometimes. He said Max now prefers sleeping in a tent to indoors and enjoyed listening to the birds and the weather battering against the tent. And I'm sure I'm not the only one to have experienced that. Again, not recently, back in the 70s when I was in the Cubs and the Scouts, we always stayed in tent, and to hear that rain, it's a bit like being in a caravan when it rained a couple of times last night, you know, and you can hear it banging down on the roof. It's just wonderful hearing that rain coming down. In a tent, it's even more exciting. And the wind, you know, because you keep thinking the tent's going to blow away. Well, I'm sure it does. I'm sure with some people, their tents blow away, literally. But as Scouts, we were taught to secure it down as properly as we possibly could. We never, ever lost a tent in the wind. He's now decided to try and his experience started on the 28th of March after hearing hospice fundraising events were being cancelled. He has since decided to try and extend the challenge and sleep outside for an entire year. Max has thanked everyone who supported him and all the key workers fighting the corona virus. So there we are. That's just brilliant, isn't it? That's just brilliant. Anyway, if you want to donate and have a look at that, all you've got to do is type in, for the whole story, just type in Max. Where's his name now? Where's that lad's name? Max Woozy. W-Woozy. As in feeling a bit woozy, okay? W-O-O-S-E-Y. Max Woozy. Type in that and you should come across a Just Giving page if you want to donate to that, to raise for his very hard work. Well, I say hard work. He does appear to be really enjoying it, doesn't he? Funnily enough, my nephew, Gary, in the summer, I think he spent 2 or 3 nights camping with great nephew Harry and great niece Evie, and they basically set up a little tent in the back garden and slept in there. Although I think Evie came back in. I can't remember why. She might have felt a little bit of cold or something like that. But what a wonderful thing to do. What a just amazing thing to do when you see a young person, so young, 10, wanting to raise money for charity or something like that. Totally awestruck. Totally awestruck. I had a nice day yesterday. Talking to my nephew, I went round to his, after I finished the show yesterday, and we went round driving around looking at a few more houses. And I've got 3 visits today, actually, as in internal visits, you know. At the moment, I'm just driving around, sort of getting an idea. And there was one yesterday in a place called Timberland, which is very nice. A place called Timberlands. That's where I went yesterday. And I've got visits today in Thumbly. Isn't that a lovely Thumbly? That's a nice one. That's a really nice one. But I think it's got a west-facing garden, so I'll find out when I get there. Thumbly, Timberland, and the one just down the road here in Holland Fen. So I've got 3 visits to do today on houses. I have to say to you, I haven't had one jump out at me yet and say, buy me. Which was the case with my house in Bracknell. Literally, I got out of the car and it said, buy me now. I just loved it from the moment go. Haven't had one of those come out yet, but I'm still willing to go round and have a little look. I have a feeling the one in Timberland, it might be too much work inside. The carpets are absolutely horrendous. They're not dirty, they're just, God. And the kitchen, well, there's a cooker and the washing machine and like a bit of wood, which is the worktop. So there's no kitchen in there either. That being said, there's a bit of a garden there, which is all right. Clearly, whoever was there before has been growing things up, not canes, you know, like a framework. Probably runner beans or peas or something like that. He's got a reasonable room. It's not a massive garden, I must say. But then there's a low-level hedge and fields, okay? Fields. Although on the left, there are some houses a little bit further on the left, but it's not too bad. So I think probably that one won't be the case. The cheapest one, if you were looking at money-wise, is the one very close to here. That's the converted stables ones, which I showed you the other day. So, as I say, me and Gary spent yesterday driving around. Had a nice lunch from Couplands, which is like a little bakery in Coningsby. I always find it very difficult to choose something in there, so I have one of everything. Terrible. I had a cheese and onion pasty and a vegan sausage roll there yesterday, which was nice, and a cup of tomato soup. I was disappointed with the soup, though. You know, I thought, because in, not Coombs, what's it called? Greg's. In Greg's, their tomato soup tends to be like a Heinz tomato soup in like a I don't know, we call it like a vat. A vat which is heated underneath, and out comes the ladle, and she ladles it into the cup, and you drink this really thick soup. There, it was like powder in a cup, so I was a bit disappointed with the tomato soup, to be honest. And a cup of tea, and I bought my nephew something as well, so we sat there in the car and had that. And then, very disappointedly, he had to go to a dead animal shop and buy loads of bits of dead animals in plastic, you know, for their dinner. I know. Terrible. I had dead animals in my car yesterday. Shocking. Don't think they could talk anymore. Thank God for that. And I'm sure there was a smell coming from there. Dead animals were in my car being transported to Gary's house for the freezer. Oh, well, never mind. So that was that. I needed to use the toilet, actually, while we were at the baker's, and there is a public toilet there, although I didn't think it would be open, but it was, and thank God for that. Thank God for that. I had to go. The IBS was playing up a little bit. You know what I mean, Rachel? I don't know if Rachel's here this morning. Morning, Rachel, if you're there. Anyway, I got in there, and, yep, it paid off. It paid off. What have I told you about going to use a public toilet, whether it's outside or in a pub or in a club, another toilet other than your own? What have I told you before? Always have a pocket full of paper. Good job I did have, because there wasn't any there. You know, there wasn't any there. In fact, I keep a little packet of wet wipes in my car as well. We must keep the anal area cleansed as much as possible, darlings. We don't know any with the diseases up there, my love. There's nothing more embarrassing than going to the doctor. I've got a little bit of a problem. Okay, we'll have a look. Oh, No. No. Anyway, so I used a toilet. When I came out, there was another bloke going in, so to speak. Not immediately, another bloke going in. He said, oh, no. And I heard him talking to himself. Oh, no, he's used the last of the toilet paper. I'm not leaving my toilet paper in there. I paid for that with my money. God's sake, man. I think there's been a bit of a rush at the toilet paper at the Audi in Skegness. Yes, there were no wet wipes in there. They're not actually wet wipes. Moistened toilet tissues, before any of you are in the chat box. Oh, not supposed to put wet wipes down there. Moistened toilet tissues, that's what they are. 55 pence in Audi. Again, I should be being paid by Audi on here. 55 pence in Audi. Everywhere else, they're £1. Bargain. That's it. And then we drove back, and I came back here and had a sleep. And I thought I'll have a little trip out to Skegness. So I rang my sister to see if she wanted to come. She didn't answer. Right? Then I rang my nephew. He was busy editing his latest video. Oh, which is... I saw it. Oh, what was it? What's he done now? He's repaired a Hoover. He's repaired one of those shark Hoovers. You know the plastic tube breaks internally, it's broken, and he was taking all that apart with special tools and all that sort of thing. So he was editing that, and I know that because I was watching him in the car. No, not while I was driving along. Ow! I can't believe you're watching stuff in the car. Oh, I'm not even looking. Not even looking. Not even just write what you want in that chat box. I don't look at it. You carry on. If you want to contact the show, send us an email, and I might refer to it. Huh? So, no one answered the phone. So, Billy Chrissy No Mates here had to go to Skegness all on his own. All on his own. So this time, drove there. Actually, it was quicker from here, funnily enough. It was quicker from here than going somewhere else and picking someone up, but that's neither here nor there. And I got there, and instead of going left to Lads, what I call Lads car park, where they all do burn-ups and going round and round in circles like lunatics, I went to the other way this time. So I drove down to the clock roundabout, which is in front of the pier. Then I turned right. Went as far as I could go down there and parked. I was a little bit concerned. This was about 7:30 at night, something like that. And I parked the car, and the cars were instead of being parked along the road, so if that's the road, along the road like that, they were all parked like that for some reason. I don't know why. So there was plenty of spaces, so I slotted in there, hoping that I wouldn't get a ticket. Although, as I say, it was 7:30 at night, and I started my walk, and I walked all the way down to where the ice cream places are, all closed, of course. And then I carried on, walked up to the sea and along there, and the sea was out yesterday, if I remember rightly. It was out, so it was fairly quiet. The last time I did it, it was bashing up against the wall, which is just lovely. And it was absolutely pitch black there, no one around at all, never bumped into anyone. I'm literally walking along the seafront on the promenade. Beautiful. Beautiful. Pitch black. You could see the stars, and you could see the little lights flicking away on the big windmills that are in the sea. And there was, I have no idea what it was. It looked like there was a big ship, square like that, with all these lights around it like that, and I have no idea what it was. I tried to get a picture on the iPhone, but if you've tried to do that yourself before, you'll probably know they're not particularly good at night time doing those pictures. I mean, when you see my little night opening film, it's not the best quality, I must say, but it's the best I can do. And I did try and get a picture of this thing. So you've got all these little red lights twinkling like that on the windmills, and there, just to one side of it, was this big like, and they look like fairy lights. They look like little white fairy lights, but of course it's in the distance, so they're probably normal size lights, and then, like in a big square, and I just didn't know what that was. Next time I go during the daytime, if it's a good good viewing day, a good visibility day, I know where to look. So perhaps I'll be able to work out what that was, or I could take my binoculars. Then I'll be able to see it all right, won't I? Anyway, so a lovely night. And then I came back the other way, got down to Lads car park, through the car park, and I kind of walked through some of the houses just to have a little look around. So it's about 8:15 at night now, pitch black, as I say, no one around. And walked along past the arcades, one or two of which was open. They were playing bingo. Oh, yeah. The bloke calling the bingo numbers, there he was, going on and on he was, dear. Blue 5 and 9, 59. Yellow 2 and 3, 23. Red 3 and 6, 36, and so on and so forth. And he had a few people in there, I must say. Looking in the arcades, not many masks and social distancing going on in there, I'm afraid. Now, there weren't many people in there, I must say, but I wouldn't be going in one of those. When all those buttons being touched all the time, I didn't see any cleaning going on either. I saw 2 members of staff. There was only one of the arcades open. All the others were closed. I didn't see them. The 2 members of staff were just standing outside smoking. He was trying to chat her up, clearly, and she didn't want to know, as usually happens with some of these young people, doesn't it, eh? Yeah. So carried on, popped into the trawler's catch to get some chips and baked beans. I thought I'd take those along to the car and a cup of tea. Again, me, 2 other people had masks on in there, and everyone else is just standing in the queue, which I must admit they are standing quite far apart. There's at least 2 metres in between everyone in this fairly short queue. You know, maybe a couple of people in front of me, that's all. But nevertheless, only me and another. It was actually another young lad had a mask on. It's the older blokes that seem to be the problem. They just don't want to wear them. I'll do what I want when I want to do it. You know, those sort of people, unfortunately. But there you go. I keep mine on. And that's the best thing to do. Paid for my stuff. Come out and walked along to the car. Sat in the car, pulled the chair back. Oh, it was lovely. Pitch black. The wind's going outside. It's quite windy. I think I got extra exercise last night because I was walking against the wind. Like that. Although the actual circuit itself is not as far as I thought it was. It's only about just over 2 miles, maybe 2.1, 2.2 miles, which is about 6,300 steps. And I like to do 10,000 a day, so I didn't quite do that yesterday, but I was busy. Sat in the car and I noticed Gary, my nephew, had put his latest repair shark hoover video up, so I sat there and watched that. Lovely. Yeah, really nice evening. And from there I went to Aldi, did a little bit of shopping in Aldi, me and about 3 other people in the entire shop. Got that pizza, a few other little bits and pieces, some more yoghurt. Yeah, they didn't have any of those wet wipe type moistened toilet tissues. None of those left at all in there. But and the member of staff, I'm walking about, I could hear her singing. I could hear this member of staff singing. So I sought her out. I thought she might want someone to sing with her, but she just walked off. Didn't want to hear my singing. One of the other things, I was walking along past all these cars and that. Who do I bump into at 8:30 at night? Blooming traffic warden. Young girl she was. I wouldn't want a young lady that sort of age, running up and down Skegness seafront, to be honest, at that time of night. But she wasn't. She was on her own. And I said to her, how long do you lot work for? She said, well, 9:30 usually. She said, but we don't do it all the time. We just do it randomly. They're not there every night at 8:30 or whatever. And she was walking up and down. There's a particular 2 spaces on that road. Funnily enough, opposite the Trawler's Catch, which is the chip shop that I like. There's 2 spaces there, and they are constantly being done there. Constantly. Even at night time. I don't think you're supposed to park there at night time as well. When my sister and brother-in-law are there, all the time, these people are being done for not having tickets and things like that, unfortunately, you know. One of those things. All right, so that was my day yesterday. I managed to get my Pink Lady apples, so I got 2 packs of those, dirt cheap. I can't remember what the lady was singing there last night. Member of staff, singing away she was. There we are. Okay, got some stories for you this morning. So, old Cliff Richard's birthday yesterday, as you well know, 80 years old yesterday. It's fantastic. Do you think you get to 80? Maybe. Maybe not. Will you get to 80 years old? What did Cliff do on his 80th birthday? In the Daily Mirror this morning, so Cliff Richard celebrated his 80th birthday by going down the pub, sitting around the telly in his old people's home. No. You know, being wheeled out by family somewhere. No. Cliff Richard, for his 80th birthday, went and played tennis. Wow. And that, my friends, is why he is the Peter Pan of the pop industry, because he has continued to do his exercise and not sit there in front of a computer moaning all the time, or a television. That's why. He goes out and does stuff. You must go out and do stuff when you go past a certain age. I would say 35. You've got to go out and do something. I do my walking. I will do my swimming, hopefully again, at some point again in the future, if they get on top of this virus thing. Cycling, I like being on my bike. So Cliff Richard celebrated his 80th birthday by playing tennis with Davis Cup champ James Ward at the Wimbledon courts after returning from Barbados. I mean, he's not got a bad life now, has he? Since all that BBC crap came up. Huh? So Cliff celebrated his 80th birthday by going on a hit with a Davis Cup winner. The singer played against James Ward, who's only 33, on a court at Wimbledon after returning from Barbados. So Cliff famously performed for crowds. Do you remember this at Wimbledon once when it was raining? So he started singing. That was in 1996, 24 years ago. He's been in quarantine on the Caribbean islands, but recently returned to the UK for a socially distanced birthday celebration. The star, whose tour was postponed due to the coronavirus, said, "I was planning to celebrate with 20,000 people at the Royal Albert Hall, but I had to whittle those numbers down to 6. How do you whittle down 20,000 to 6? I wonder what he meant by it. Did he shoot them all? Perhaps... Perhaps he could stand on the stage. No, don't like it. Okay, you 6 can stay. Something like that. It's brilliant, isn't it? I think that's absolutely brilliant. He's got an audio version of his autobiography, which is out this month as well. So well done to Cliff Richard. Not bad, is it? 80th birthday and he's playing tennis. I think that's just totally brilliant. Totally brilliant. It really is. Let's just have say hello to some of you with us this morning. A very good morning to you. I see we've got a £5 super chat, Jer. Let's just give it a little bit of a ching chong. Ching chong. Here comes the ching chong. It's from... Oh, it's Diane Jebb. Thank you, Diane. Diane sent us a little tip there. Thank you, Diane. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 free raffle tickets, Diane. Oh, now that... Why have I got pink raffle tickets? Oh, that's the backup bow-up. It's all prepared. Everything is prepared. You see? If I run out of tickets up here, I've got another lot. Yes. There we are. I'll give you 5 free raffle tickets, Diane. Thanks very much for the tip today, darling. All right. 5 tickets. Here we go. 1 minute now. And that goes in for today's draw, which will happen before the end of the show. For the cards and pen. It's double bubble today. I should be a registered charity institution. That's what I should be, my darlings. Diane Jebb, 39. You won't need to know the numbers, Diane, okay? 3982-402, okay? 3982-402 for Diane Jebb. Will she win the cards? I do not know. Who knows? It is all random selection. Random selection. There you go, Diane. 5 little raffle tickets for you. Thanks, Diane. All right. Put them in there like that. And in the little pot they go. Any other tips? Any other tips for this morning's show? They'll be going in for the cards and the pen. So take your pick there. All right. Let's just read We got a couple of what else? Did we get photos? We got a couple of photos as well from John Parrish. If you'd like to see those this morning, we will require a very nice round 25 likes. I've already got 15. It's only 10. 25 likes, and I'll show you John Parrish's photos this morning. I think I've only got 2. It's just John's photos this morning from what I see. You've already seen my DIY video. You don't want to see that again. Really. It did pour down last night, and there's no water at the bottom of the door, so, you know. But Martin, my brother-in-law, was telling me, after watching my video yesterday, he now detects that the new seal I put round is not as thick as the old one, and that's why there's now a gap at the bottom of the door, which I've kind of had to temporarily fix, but one of those things, all right. Where were we now? Mandy Davenport, morning, Mandy. Christopher Woodhouse, there he is, DJ Chris. He's looking very much forward to a new Audi opening, aren't you, Chris? Where he lives in King's Cross, Islington Way. Building a great big Audi there. Good luck to you, Chris, all right? Morning to Peter Wright. No tickets yesterday, Peter, because you sent me a message saying that you didn't know whether you're going to be here or not. You know, I'm afraid you've made it a little bit complicated for yourself, to be honest, Peter. That's what you said. I don't think I'll be here next week, so you haven't got a ticket, so I didn't send one. You know, Peter, you have made it very complicated. You send me an email at the beginning. I don't think you sent one this week. At the beginning of the week, telling me what days you're going to be here and when you're not going to be there. Then you'll send me an email on the Tuesday or the Wednesday. Oh, actually, I'm going to be here today. And then another email. You've made it complicated. And the last message I remember from you was that you weren't sure whether you're going to be here. That's why you haven't got one. Okay. Morning to the delightful, very hot, very hard. I could make very hard Mark Bowles. Good morning to Mark Bowles. Andy V, morning. Morning to Park Nest. Just going through the little list of names here, my darlings, all right. Daniel Woodhouse, good morning. Naga on the Generation game. He's liking the idea of that. I could be. Man, why don't we swap it over? Why don't we swap it over so we can have a female? And why not? Why not? We could have a female host, as in Naga, and I could be the pretty one that stands next to her. You know, like Bruce Forsyth, he had Anthea Redfern. Larry Grayson had Isla Sinclair. I didn't really watch Jim Davidson's versions of it. It kind of didn't work for me. I'm sure he was very good at it, but it didn't work for me. But Larry Grayson had Shut That Door and Enjoy the Generation Game. Bye-bye. He had Isla Sinclair. Why can't we have Naga Manchetti doing the Oh, shoot. Just imagine how good she'd look. The beautiful dresses and things she'd wear as she came down to the stage. You know, they'd have a big set there. These doors would open. A lot of people think, you know, when these things move on the television, like you have big doors open or something moves, a lot of people think that's electric. No, it ain't. There'd be 2 stagehands, which you can't see, that literally pull them open like that. I'm letting you into all these secrets, what with me being a television person, you see. I know all these secrets. All the secrets I know. Huh? Naga would come forward and she'd do a couple of little funnies, you know. People would be forced to laugh, otherwise she'd just give her one of them stares. And then she'd introduce me and I'd appear, you know, a nice little skimpy outfit looking pretty. I could be the one that reads the scores on the doors. And Chris, can we have the scores on the doors, please? Certainly, Naga. The scores on the doors are Jason and Daniel 6, Gary and Martin 517, which would be the actual scores, because thick people will only get 1-digit scores, you see. That's why. That's why. That's why. I think that's an excellent idea, Daniel Woodhouse. You must write to her immediately, my darling. Okay. Good morning to Gizmo. Morning to you. Oh, I'm sorry you've got a broken arm. How did you do that, my love? You haven't fallen off a bus, have you? Ding, ding. Dear me, poor Gizmo's got a broken arm. There's someone else who's got a broken arm at the moment. Who was that now? Oh, it's my brother-in-law's got... No, he hasn't got a broken arm. He's got a bad arm. He's got a bad arm at the moment, my brother-in-law. He's had it for some time now. It must have been 3 or 4 weeks now, I think, something like that. Morning to Gary Ross. Where are we now? Peter Wright. Tea break for Andy. Peter, trying to produce the show. You get put in time out for that, my love. Go and have a tea break. You can't, not allowed to produce the show. Cardinal sin. Anyone who tries to produce the show, tea break immediately, my darling. Sorry about that, Peter. I thought I made that quite clear. Perhaps you weren't paying full attention to the show. Tea break for you, my love. Morning to John Parrish there. Morning to... Scrolling down there, my love. Michael Pullman in Australia. Morning, young Michael. Nice to see us all girls together, Michael. All girls together. Morning, Michael. Hello to Sherry DMP. Good morning, Sherry. Where are we now? Morning. There's my nephew, Gary Butler. Morning, Gary. Morning, young Gary. I've got Tumbley at 11:30, Timberland at 2:30, and Holland Fen at 4 o'clock. That's my movements today. Sounds like when I'm telling you I'm going to be sitting on the toilet, doesn't it? Morning to you. Let's get these names in, my love. Excuse me. Have we got all the names in? I'm just scrolling down, trying to get all your names in before we go to some more stories there, my love. Yeah, Chris Woodhouse. What a little star that little boy is. 10 years old, and he's raised £60,000. You imagine being that boy's parents, how proud you would be. I love it. I love a story like that. I'm sure you do as well. Okay, good morning to the lovely Denise Andrews. Morning to you, my love. Head of Ducks on this channel. There she is. Have you missed the news about Awful Naga? Awful Naga. Oh, she's wonderful, Denise. Naga Manchetti. She's not on the telly enough. Let's say goodbye to Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield. Perhaps she could go from BBC Breakfast and jump on the bus down to Who Makes This Morning. Isn't that at the television centre as well? I find it very confusing because a lot of the programmes on ITV are now made at television centre, BBC. Years ago, you'd think, how is that possible? You know, there's a programme on ITV being made at the BBC television centre. But they hire the studio now, you see. It's all very, very different to what it was when we were children. Good morning to fun things to do with tech and Sparky and everything else. Morning to you, sir. Mark Jones is in the house. Good morning, lovely Mark. Morning to Mick Davenport. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Make the day a sun-blessed day. It's so full of goodness for you. There's Rachel. Morning, Rachel. She was there when the pubs were there. Used to go to the White Swan on the roundabout towards the RAF base, Gary. Oh, you talked to my nephew there. Sorry, Bear. Scrolling. Oh, you get down to the bottom there. Is that everyone's name? I think we've done some all names. Just trying to keep to you all. Morning, sister. There's my sister Sharon Butler. Morning, sis. Yeah, she could have come down to... Honestly, so I rung up a little bit later on and she answered the phone. She said, where are you? I said, on my way to Skegness. Why didn't you tell me? Well, I didn't know I was going to go. I mentioned it, I think, to Gary in the afternoon. I wasn't convinced I was going to go. Then I got up, I fancy going to Skegness. So I did try to ring you, darling, but you was in the bath. You was in the bath. I can't have a little cold sister sitting next to me in the car, can I, my love? Huh? Certainly not. If you've ever moved... Have you ever left a present or presents for the next person? Whether you sold a house or tenant moved from one place to the other. Have you left that property? When I moved out of my first place not including my mum's house, mum and dad's house. When I moved out of my first flat in Wandsworth, everything was empty. Do you know what I had to do? I had to hoover. I couldn't bear the thought of the next person coming in and finding little dirty bits here and there. That would have done my head in. But other people leave other things. I've seen stories of people leaving like bunches of flowers and stuff like that. In the Daily Mirror this morning, it says, buying a new house also means inheriting many of the designs and tastes of the previous property owner. Now, this is like where I'm going today. Okay. Now, the first one I'm going to look at, which is in Thumby, couldn't really see inside that one, but it looks all right. The second one does look like it needs a lot of work. As I mentioned at the beginning of the programme, you know, carpets are a bit of a state. I mean, they're not dirty. They're just those awful things with great big patterns on them. I mean, it's just horrendous. It's not much of a kitchen. The boiler looks about 200 years old. It's an oil boiler, okay? But the third one looks just move in and start. Funnily enough, that is the cheapest one out of the lot. And I would say the one with the best view as well. Best view out the back, but smaller garden. Not tiny, but small garden. Small garden. Okay. No shrubs there, really. It's a bit of lawn. It's easy enough to dig up a bit of lawn and put some shrubs in, isn't it? Anyway, it says, if you're lucky, you'll be happy to live in the house as you found it. Whereas on other occasions, you'll need to start undertaking renovation work the minute you are handed the keys. But one house seller who left little presents for I don't mean little presents in toilets either, before you say anything. Oh, isn't that awful? Use a toilet after, and there it is. Oh no, I can't bear it. One house seller who left little presents for a buyer has divided opinion with the quirky additions to his home, to their home, with some saying they would be fuming to find them. A viral video posted shows 3 small painted pictures just above the skirting boards featuring characters from SpongeBob SquarePants, which I must admit, I don't know what that is. It sounds like some sort of children's program, including Patrick Star. Does that mean something to you, possibly? Walking through the door, carrying a coat and briefcase. So some clever artistic person, I wouldn't be able to do something like this, has painted little pictures. I see, now that would appeal to me. I've got a very strange taste in decor. Not for me are the white walls and the magnolia. No, I want bright colours. Maybe even some sort of pattern on the wall. Beautiful. Beautiful. Some viewers to the post loved the artwork, as one replied, I'd keep them, with another agreeing, same, I love it actually. Now, if you've moved before, how did you leave your last property for the next people? Did you just pick up your stuff and go and just left it like that? That's it, I'm gone. Or did you do something to it, perhaps? I hope you took the hoover round. You know, some people wouldn't bother. I remember when I went to look at my house in Bracknell, when I was trying to find somewhere to move to, some of the places, you couldn't make up how disgustingly filthy they were when you walked in, and they're trying to sell these places. Even on occasions, the estate agent said to me, I looked at him and he'd look at me, and he could have taken the hoover around. There was one place where there were tiles on the floor, right, but a lot of them were broken. But they weren't just like broken as in position with a crack in them. They were broken and halfway across the other side of the floor. Some with great big black bags of rubbish in them. Yeah, I know it's an easy thing to pick up a couple of bags of rubbish and put them in for the next bloke, but you don't expect it, do you? When you're trying to buy somewhere, you're trying to sell this damn place. Some viewers love the artwork, but others didn't agree, as one person was met with a lot of support after asking, I can't be the only one who would be annoyed by this, could I? I mean, what a blooming cheek. Someone else said, they're cute, but like, I don't want to buy a whole bucket of paint just to cover them up. Well, don't buy the house then, you miserable git. A second wrote, having them out in the open is dumb. Having them at the back of a sink cabinets, in closets on the same wall as the door, or behind the fridge and washer, you want eventual surprises but not moving annoyance. What a miserable load of people these are. And a third added, I hope they weren't put up after the contract was on the house. Those would be annoying to colour up, and I'm not a super fan of surprises, unless you were going to repaint. Oh, what miserable people they are, aren't they, eh? What a load of misery guts. Just little surprises painted at the bottom there. Well, don't buy the house then if you don't like it. Don't buy it. I'll tell you what would annoy me. If someone came round to a house I was selling and started running it down. There are times when you say nothing. Absolutely. For someone, hello, come in, estate agent and potential purchaser come into the house, I suppose. Hello, yeah, in you come. Right, thank you. This is the kitchen. Oh, well, those cupboards are a little bit old. I think I'll have to do something about those. Right, okay. This is the living. Oh, don't really like the carpet. Once I'm in here, I'll have to change that. No, shut your mouth. How rude is that? Don't you think? How rude would that be? My mate was going out with a bloke. It's about 15, 20 years ago now. He was going out with this bloke. And he had a very basic flat before he moved near me. No, it wasn't basic. But where the flat was positioned, it was horrible. Dodgy people, drug dealings going on all around it. Inside the flat was quite nice. It was. But the bloke he was seeing used to run it down. And I thought, how can you do that to someone's house? Back in the 90s, when I used to go raving, and we'd go back to someone's house afterwards, you see, for what was known as a chill out. That's where you kind of just relax a little bit after your night of hard dancing. And we did dance hard and party hard all night long. And we'd end up at my one of the other boys' houses in Peckham. He had a flat in Peckham. And I'll never forget there sitting with another DJ. And this DJ, all he was doing was running this lad's house down. So this lad has invited us round. We're sitting there drinking tea and we've got loud music on, still all off our heads. And all he's doing is running this. And I thought, how rude are you? So rude. The audacity to go in someone's house, whether you're buying it or not, I don't care. Don't care. Keep the mouth shut. Once you've bought it, once you're in, say what you want, do what you want. But how rude to come into someone's house and run it down like that. Shocking state of affairs. We got a couple of super chats there. Now, for some reason, that's what it says 10. So where's... I think I've missed one out somewhere, have I? Hang on. 5. There we are. Where did we get to? Let me just scroll up a little bit so I can thank you. Where did we go now? I think it was Chris Woodhouse, was it? Was it you, Chris Woodhouse? Let's have a little look there. He's obviously trying to win the pack of cars today, are you, Christopher Woodhouse? Oh, you want to give Mick Davenport a tea break? There you go. Mick Davenport gets a tea break. Put Q's out. There you go. £2 super chat for a tea break for Mick Davenport. He also gets 2 free raffle tickets there. Thank you, Mick. Thank you, Chris. He's on a 5-minute tea break now from Chris Woodhouse. Thank you, Chris. Oh, no, I'll put your name on there. Sorry. Just a reminder, gang, if you send someone out for a tea break, they do get the raffle tickets, all right? Just to let you know that, so you know how that works. But you do get rid of them for 5 minutes, which is not a bad thing, to be honest. There you go. 403 and 404 for Mick Davenport to see if he wins the thing a little bit later. Let's have a look there. I saw another couple coming in there. One moment, please. Gary Ross, tea break for Peter Wright. Okay. Peter Wright, thank you very much. Peter Wright goes for a tea break, and thank you very much for that, Gary. Oh, wow, yes. 405 and 406 for Peter Wright's tea break. Enjoy your cup of tea, Peter. 405 and 406 for Peter Wright. There you go. 405 and 406 for Peter Wright. And also, I think that's the other one. That's the last one, isn't it? Also one for Gary Ross. Gary Ross has now... Peter Wright has sent Gary Ross out for a tea break. So, bye, Gary. You can get a couple of tickets as well, Gary. They've gone mad this morning. There you go, Gary. You get 2 tickets as well. And you get 407 and 408. We'll be doing the draw quite soon now, okay? 407 and 408 for you there, Gary. All right? How funny is that? All right, thanks for... Oh, Trevor Campbell, tea break for Jason. Hello, Trevor. Nice to see you. Missing the singing, aren't we? You must be missing the singing because you actually got quite a good voice. I don't say that because you're a friend or anything. I do think you've got quite a good voice. So, Jason Hughes on a £5. Oh, hang on a minute. Done that wrong there, have I? There we go. Jason Hughes on a 5-minute tea break from Mr. Trevor Campbell. 5 minutes. There you go. You actually overpaid there, Trevor. It's only £2. It's only £2 to buy someone a tea break. Okay. Just to let you know that it's only £2 to buy someone a tea break, but you have also bought them 5 raffle tickets, just so that you know that. Okay. So who was it? Jason Hughes. There we go. Thanks very much. There we are. There we are. I'll just put Jason H. That'll be easier, won't it? J-So-H. We know who that is. J-So-H. There we are. Five little tickets for Jason this morning as well. 411, what was it? 409 to 413. 409 to 413. Just a reminder of that, gang. Remember that if you send someone out for a tea break, they disappear for 5 minutes. Cost you £2. Okay, only £2 for that. Send someone out for a tea break. They also get whatever the amount is you paid in raffle tickets as free raffle tickets there as well. Okay, and John Parrish as well. Gosh, John Parrish is sending a £1 super chat, so I'll give you a free raffle ticket as well there. John Parrish, number 414. For John Parrish. Okay, there you go. That should be fairly quiet on the chat box now for a while, I think. Well done, everyone. Have I read everyone's name out here? I did do Jeff and Linda, didn't I? Because they're next door. Scrap It Man reckons Timberland is the best house, do you? It's the one that needs most work done inside it. Do you know, there's an awful lot of... It just shows you, actually. Now I can see all these deleted messages here. It just shows you who are the people who chat most on there, isn't it, eh? Disrupt. Not anymore, they don't. All right. Okie doke, gang. Oh, okay, that's from my mate there. 1 minute. There's a little email from my mate. Here we go. What about this? Ever heard of butterfly milk? Ever heard of butterfly milk? Some more stories coming up for you. A woman who spent £1,500 a night at the Savoy Hotel has made a bizarre request that her morning coffee was served with butterfly milk. Now, I saw this. It's in the Metro this morning. And I thought, how on earth do you milk a butterfly? I mean, you'd have to have a magnifying glass, wouldn't you? Must be so small, the little teats. Butterfly. Couldn't you? The regular who stays at the Savoy, people regularly stay at hotels. Rich, very rich people. You know, they go to the, I don't know, Claridge's every year for a couple of weeks. The Arab boys, you know, the ones with all the money, they will hire out an entire floor and have it decorated while they're there. But they pay for it. You pay. They do. It's as simple as that. New carpets, everything. It's wonderful to be able to live like that, isn't it? A regular of the Savoy Hotel, Alice Evans, has been visiting the Central London Hotel for the past 10 years and has built up a close relationship with the staff members, as you do. Remember, if you've got the money and you want to stay in these places, they will remember you. That's what you're paying for. I think it's wonderful to be able to do that. I'd love to be able to do that, but there you go. That won't happen, I'm sure, unless we win the National Lottery. Ba, 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 ba. The mum of four told how she stays at the Savoy 4 times a year as a getaway from her children and always requests a butler service. While being shown to her room, Alice was asked by one of the butlers if she had any special requests, to which she replied, "Can I get some butterfly milk? It's all I'm drinking at the moment." We are not entirely sure if she was being serious or not, but either way, in true 5-star service, the hotel arranged for Mrs. Evans to have the milk she requested. So what is it? When she was bought her milk by her butler, she just laughed. Taking to Twitter afterwards, viewers were left just as baffled, as I'm sure you were, by the bizarre request, with many questioning, is it actually a thing? Butterfly milk. One added, can you get me some butterfly milk? Is that all I'm drinking? Oh, sorry, we've read that bit, haven't we? And apparently it is. It says here, for those of you wondering, there is such a thing as butterfly pea milk, PEA, which sounds even worse than butterfly milk, doesn't it? It's not the wee from butterflies, is it? Do butterflies wee? I wonder if they wee. Where do they do it? You've never seen a butterfly wee or poo, have you? I bet you haven't. I'll be very impressed if you have. Have you ever seen a butterfly wee? No. No, don't lie to me. I know you haven't. It goes on to say there is also such a thing as butterfly milk latte powder, if you ever wanted to try it. Okay? So there's there's possibly something new for you to try there, my darlings. Morning to Michael Lawrence joining us there. Morning, young Michael. How are we doing on likes? We've got 20 likes, 25 likes, and I'll show you a couple of pictures today from Mr. John Parrish, okay? John Parrish pictures coming up for 25 likes. We're already up to 20, so up to you. There we go. This is an interesting one. Sent in by Adam the Plumber. Thank you, Adam. In the Sun... this is about 3 days old, this story, but I don't think you would have heard it, because I didn't. Mourners were banned from saying the Lord's Prayer at a funeral as it could spread the virus. And they've got a point. Bosses at council-run crematorium said if more than one person joined in, it counted as chanting and was not allowed. Because there's no singing at the moment. When you sing, more air comes out, more powerful. That being said, while I'm talking here, I can feel the air coming out of my mouth at force. The minister, Alison Davis. Why do they always pick people's ages there? Minister Alison Davis, 53. Why is that relevant? I think they're just trying to fill up the page, really, with text, aren't they? The minister, Alison Davis, was left in tears at the funeral of a 94-year-old woman. She said, when I started reciting it, mourners stood up and joined in. The family were only mumbling it quietly and were all socially distanced and wearing masks. But the chapel superintendent, oh yeah, here we go, waved her finger at me and said, you can't do that. Yeah, busybody. Don't you love them? Busybodies. Going around with the little clipboards and, if they're modern, iPads. Busybodies. She added, banning the Lord's Prayer is ridiculous at a time when people are saying goodbye to a loved one. Miss Davis accused Christchurch Crematorium in Bridgend, South Wales, of making up its own rules. But boss Joanna Hamilton said the government had said there should be no singing or chanting. Well, that's hardly chanting, is it? It's a prayer. That's not chanting. Chanting is, I don't know. It's not chanting. Lord's Prayer, Our Father who art in heaven. You can do it quietly. You do it with a mask on. Do it with a mask on. Yeah. Our Father who art in heaven. I wonder. Our Father. Oh, it does stop it. Hang on. Our Father. Our Father. Yeah, it does. It does stop your air going out. Try that. Those of you got masks. Say something at force, right? With your hand in front of your mouth like that. Then put your mask on and speak like that. And it doesn't stop it completely. I can still feel a little bit of air coming out there, but not completely, is there? Eh? Wow. 23 likes. Only 2 more likes. 2 more likes. Oh. 2 more likes. And you can see John Parrish's photographs. You've got something else to worry about now in the Daily Star. Pigs are being sick. What pigs are being sick? Humans could catch another coronavirus strain that has been causing pigs to have severe diarrhea and vomiting in China. Have you had severe diarrhea and vomiting recently? Means you might be a pig. Little pigs running around all over the place. Poor little pigs. Why do you eat them? Poor little, they're highly intelligent creatures, pigs. I think there was a dead one in the back of my car yesterday when Gary Butler came out with me. God. I'd have a nice piece of carrot, dear. Nice carrot roll. Lovely. Yum, yum, yum. Can you have battered carrots? Deep fried carrots. Anyone tried that before? It says swine acute diarrhea syndrome coronavirus, known as SADS, which is some of you on here, SADS stroke CoV, is thought to have come from bats and has been threatening the livestock industry since 2016. A widespread outbreak of the virus, which poses the greatest risk to piglets, could have a devastating effect on economies that rely on pork production and sales. In 2019, America was the world's America was the world's third largest producer of pork, and a spread would be the biggest to hit the industry since 2012's swine flu. But they say it might jump to humans. We could be getting pig coronavirus next. It's all very worrying, isn't it? I've seen some incredibly sad, what do they call them? Sad factory farming things with pigs. Absolutely breaks my heart to watch that sort of thing. But I do to teach myself what goes on in this world. There's a lot of stuff goes on in this world with the food that you eat, and you wouldn't have a clue what's going on. It's awful. Oh, Rachel said she's a pig. No, I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm going to have to come down on you hard on that one. I'm going to have to come down on you hard. You are not a pig, Rachel. Never. No. You're a nice lady with dark things going on in your head. I know. I can tell. Halloween type things. Yes. Rachel says, I'm a pig. Chinese year of the pig. Is that when you were born? Morning, Daniel Holmes. Morning. Oh, dear. Paul Adamson, all the stored toilet rolls will come in handy. I've got quite a few, actually, Paul. If it gets bad, I'll start giving them away as prizes. Don't worry, my love. But you know, I'll tear off the sheets. Not having a whole roll. 10 sheets would be the prize. 10 sheets of toilet roll. Do you know what? I might even do that as one of the prizes on Sunday Night's Bingo this week, instead of, in addition to a raffle ticket. There you go. Life get better and better on this channel? It really does. The ratings are soaring today to 43. Wow. Oh dear. Tex Sparky likes my bacon butty with some nice barbecue sauce, a nice drippy egg in the middle of one of those brioche buns. It squeals like a pig every time you bite it. Well, I hope something eats you one day. I hope you'll be there swimming in the Caribbean or the Solent, one of the two, and a shark comes along and starts eating you with barbecue sauce and a nice drippy egg on you. I hope it happens to you as well. Trevor Campbell, another tea break for Mick Davenport there. Yes, certainly. No problem at all. There you go. Another tea break for Mick Davenport. There you go. Off you go for 5 minutes. Tea breaks are only £2, incidentally. Or, you don't know this, do you? I forgot to mention this. You can actually give someone a whole... You can't do it now because it's a bit late now. You wouldn't want to do it now. It wouldn't be worth it, Trevor. Oh, hang on a minute. He's just bought you another one. Okay? All right, I'll do another one. You have to wait till the other one goes before I can do another one. Otherwise, I don't think it works for 10 minutes. We'll try it, shall we? Can we try that? Let's see what happens. We'll try it. Mick Davenport, 416 and 41. Oh, 415 and 416 for Mick Davenport. Some raffle tickets there for you. There you go. There you go. 415 and 416 there for Mick Davenport, and they go in a little pot there. Okay. Where are we? There's and another oh, I see what's happened there. It's for Jason Hughes. Okay, the other one's for Jason Hughes. Just a moment there. Jason Hughes. Tea break for Jason Hughes as well. £2. Thank you. There we go. What you can do, Trevor, is you can give someone a tea break for a whole show. For a whole show. Yes. A whole show. That's a tenner, though. A whole show is a tenner. Sounds a bit greedy, doesn't it? Does that sound greedy to you, Jenna? No, the option's there if you want it. A tenner. A tenner will give someone a tea break for a whole show, but not now because it's a bit late and we won't be here much longer, so you'll be wasting money there, my darling. All right. Jason Hughes, tea breaks, 417, 418. There you go. Jason, 417 and 418 for you there, Jason. Okay. All right. There we go. Thank you, Trevor, for your little bits and pieces there, my love. Good morning to the dark side. You get eaten when you die unless you're set on fire. Yeah, I don't really have much of a problem in something eating me when I'm dead. Oh, and now Trevor. Trevor's getting a tea break now. And that's from Michael Pullman. What's wrong with you all this morning? There's a lot of tea breaks going on here. That's you sent quite. Why have you sent 4.49 there? That's you've overpaid there, Michael Pullman. It's only £2 for a tea break, which in your case is about what's £2 Australian? It's about $3, $3.50, I think, something like that. Anyway, let's give Trevor a couple of tickets as well. Trevor, what's his surname now? Is it Campbell? Yeah, Campbell. Trevor Campbell's going on tea breaks as well now. There won't be anyone left in the chat box. Never mind. Feel free to chat to each other. Who's left? 419 and 420. There you go. Okay, Mr. Campbell. There you go. Couple of tickets. By the way, there's your prize today. Okay, that's coming up soon. It's peel time as well. Let's have a look there. How are we doing? We've got 27 likes now. Okay, 27 likes. So we're now going to show you John Parrish's photos. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to pop next door for a quick wee. Okay, my darlings. Put the change in the tip jar. Thank you very much, though. Is that right? Is it, Michael? Okay, well, I'll leave it to you. I'm led by you. Thanks so much. I'm glad you're enjoying the show, Mr. Darkside. Just something we do every morning. Are you new? Oh, you know, I'm sure I've seen you on there before. But we're here every morning, about 8:45 Monday to Saturday. All right. Just going to show you John Parris's pictures that he kindly sent in today. There it is. Thursday's pick. We have at the top the Sound of Music. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Here's the pictures. Where are we now? There we go. That is Wagon Caravan in France. Most of that luggage there is Sherry's. Can you see it all in the back? Christ, how much does she take on holiday? Blimey, Sherry. Are you for real? As everything's there. And that is the Sound of Music set in Australia. Just going to leave you with those two pictures for a little while. And just a little touch of music while I go and have a little wee. If that's all right with you, boys and girls. I shall return in a moment or two after these very important messages. Thank you very much. There we are, that's better. I'm back now. Thanks for the pictures, as always, John Parrish. You know, you may notice I go to the Wii more often now, sort of halfway through a show. I got fed up having to sit here holding it. That's the reason why that is. That's the reason that is. The dark side says, I watch most shows, I'm just lurk a bit. I'm known as a lurker. I used to do a lot of lurking. Oh dear. Right, let's I'll just scroll up there. I hope you're all happy there. BBC One is making a drama about that well-known paedophile Jimmy Saville. Some people will say, oh, it's sick, he shouldn't be doing stuff like that. Oh, hang on a minute, let me just check my text messages. I haven't done that this morning either, have I? Good morning to Maureen. Morning, Maureen. On the TV today, not very nice there. It's raining very hard. Oh, I'm sorry, Maureen, it's raining so hard there, my love. Raining very hard there. BBC One is making a drama on the paedophile Jimmy Saville. Yes, indeed. Now, when I say he was a paedophile, yes, indeed he was. But we didn't know that. We had no idea. We had no idea that Jimmy Saville was a paedophile. As far as we were all concerned, we were kids at the time. We were just watching this bit of a strange bloke on the telly. Simple as that. It was just a bit strange. We had no idea. Although it does appear, listening to various people over the years who worked at the BBC, it was kind of a known thing. But as viewers, we didn't have any idea. Morning to Jeff. There you go. Jeff's replacing the floor in the doorway. Oh, is it gone all spongy, is it, Jeff? You carry on, mate. We can't hear a thing here. I didn't even know you were there. I just happened to see your car pull in just as we were starting the show today, Jeff. So don't worry about that. All right. Let's have a look here. So, I mean, we really didn't know, but a lot of people at the BBC did, I think. Anyway, they're going to make a drama about paedophile Jimmy Saville and the disgraced star's rise to fame as he sexually abused hundreds of children. This is in the Daily Mail this morning. The executive producer, Jeff Pope, said, I think this is a story that has to be told. And I totally agree with it. I totally agree. It's a documentary. You know, it's not like a made-up thing. This happened. And we need to know. We want to know what happened, don't we? We must understand why a man like Jimmy Saville seemed to remain immune for so long to proper scrutiny and criminal investigation. Piers Weng, it says Wenger. I have a feeling you say that Wenger. Wenger. That'd be Wenger, wouldn't it? I think. Piers Wenger, controller of BBC Drama, said the story of Jimmy Saville is one of the most emotive and troubling of our times. We do not intend to sensationalise these crimes, but give voice to the victims. So that will be one to look out for, won't it, eh? That will be one to look after. Drama has the ability to tackle sensitive real-life subjects and consider the impact of a crime on its survivors. Because, of course, all these little people are now my age. They're my age. And they have stories to tell. He died 9 years ago, having never to be brought to justice for his crimes, and is now believed to one of Britain's most prolific sex offenders, because he used to just walk into hospitals with children. He was given the keys to one of the hospitals so he could just come and go as he pleased. Other people would say to you, oh, well, he raised all this money for charity, this, that and the other. Yeah, but I think that was just a blanket to get away with what he was doing. It was a dreadful story when that came out. But he's not the only one, is he? You know, there was it's a knocker. Stuart Hall. Stuart Hall with the young girls, wasn't he? He got done for that. And then I think even more of a shock than Jimmy Saville was Rolf Harris. They got away with this stuff for years and years and years. Terrible. Anyway, casting for the series, which has been written, it will be announced at a later date. So they haven't done it yet. They're going to be making it. Jimmy Saville was famed in the 1970s and 80s for his BBC television show Jim Will Fix It, which we loved. We loved. I'd sit there with my mum and dad watching this. At the time, we thought was this wonderful man who did things for other people, except we didn't know half of what he was doing, obviously. After he died, that's when it all came out. I don't know why it took him to die for it all to come out, but that's what happened. He was found guilty of leveraging his involvement in organisations such as the BBC, charities, hospitals and prison to prey on hundreds of young children. So there you go. That's to come up on the telly at some point. I shall certainly be watching that. We want to find out what happened so that it can't happen again, don't we? I think so anyway. Anyway, that's the Jimmy Savile. We're going to do the raffle. I think we'll do the raffle now. Okay? It's time for the Super Chat raffle, boys and girls. All right. Oh, we got our little... we got our shall we play our raffle time jingle today? Shall we play that? We don't usually play that during the week, do we? I've got a raffle jingle and I never remember to play it. So tonight, today, this morning, I'm going to play the raffle jingle. Here it is. Here we go, boys and girls. It's time for today's... Where's my camera gone? Time for today's raffle. Here are all the Super Chat raffle tickets. Oh, there's a pen in there as well, look. Super Chat raffle tickets. Okay. These are all the Super Chats we've been collecting this week and indeed today. Thank you very much for those. If you've got a Super Chat raffle ticket, don't worry about the number. You don't need to know it, okay? You don't need to know it, all right? Because I'm going to read you the name. Who's going to win the pack of playing cards? And who's going to win... Why is that there? Oh, that's it. And who's... Can you see that all right there? I like to have it in view. Maybe move it across a little bit. There we are. Perhaps it could go up there, could it? No. Who's going to win the pack of playing cards and the red pen, which will be posted for you this morning? Oh, you'll have this by tomorrow. Highly likely you'll have this tomorrow, okay? Rachel's excited, aren't you, Rachel? Yes. Gotta shake it. Gotta shake it. Gotta shake it. Hang on a minute, John Parrish is moaning. You only got one ticket. Did you... Get another one then. One moment. You only got one ticket? John Parrish. Oh, I see. Thank you, John. There you go. Another ticket for John Parrish then. Good job I spotted that. There you go, John. One moment, please. One. What colour are these? That's that dark colour, isn't it? Right. 421. Sorry about that, John. Sometimes I wish you could see everything I could see here now, and you understand why stuff gets missed. It's because there's so many messages coming in all the time. It's just impossible. It really is. You know. You want to see how impossible it is? Go on, send a message to Radio 2 later. See if you get that read out. Right? Anyway, thank you, John. Another ticket there. That's just gone in there. Oh, here it is. Ticket number 421. 421. Okay, John. There we go. We've corrected that now. Excellent. I said that earlier, didn't I? I said that number wasn't added up correctly. There we are. Oh, God. Right. Are you ready, boys and girls? Here comes the Super Chat raffle draw this morning. I have a ticket. I have a ticket. I have one ticket in my hand. It is ticket number 377. 377. And the winner of today's Super Chat raffle is... Mr. Mr. Stephen. Oh, excuse me, I burped. How rude. Stephen Petty. Stephen Petty is the winner today. Okay, Stephen Petty is the winner today. So, Stephen, are you with us this morning? I'm going to put that with the cards and a pen as well there, my love. And that's ready to go in the post for you. Now, fear not, if you didn't win with that, all those tickets now go in our Super Draw thing. Sorry about that. Yes, sorry about that, John. I inadvertently missed that then. I don't usually miss the Super Chats, as you know, but there we are. There we go. All right, they all go in here. You get a second chance to win something with those, which will be the Super Chat raffle at the end of the month. And here we are. Do you know, at 12 o'clock, we'll be halfway through October. Unbelievable, isn't it? At 12 o'clock, we will be halfway through October. Anyway, Stephen Petty is the winner, so don't think he's with us. He'll probably watch the recording and let us know later on. Congratulations. Well done. All right. Next week's Super Chat raffle prize, I thought we'd be very kind and put another water bottle on. Okay, it's another water bottle this week. I think it's either the second or the third one we've done. Okay, Super Chat prize next week is one of our delightful, very well made United Kingdom Talk water bottles. And there's the little logo on there, all right? So, all your pound Super Chats and your tea breaks, all the tickets from now will go for the water bottle, just to let you know. Rachel informs us it's now 11 weeks until Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, sorry, Stephen Petty, if you could email me your full postal address, and that will be bought in the post for you as soon as you let me know. Okay, my darling. Excellent. Excellent. Excuse me. Peter had 375. What was the number of the winner? What was the number of the winner? Oh, I've got it now. Have I dropped that? Where's that gone now? Oh, here it is. 377. Oh, you were quite close, weren't you, Peter, this morning? Shania's got a Christmas countdown at work. Da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da. Boo! Oh, Shania, have you seen these disgusting advent calendars? Chocolates, booze. It's disgusting. Advent calendar, open little windows, Mary, Jesus, sheep, donkeys, budgerigars. No, they now have advent calendars with expensive bottles of perfume and booze to celebrate the Lord's birth on Christmas Day. Oh, it makes me sick. It really does, Shania. Oh, these heathens, dear. Heathens. I heard that the most unknown question on my quiz night, which is Tuesday. If you're new to the channel, a very warm welcome along. We just have a little bit of a laugh in the morning, okay? Every morning, Monday to Saturday, 8:45 in the morning is when we're here. We also do a quiz on Tuesday night. That's at 8 o'clock, and we have it's about an hour and a half altogether, the quiz. And one of the rounds we do is the music round. And in the music round, I always have a hymn. A hymn. Do you know what, Shania? I hate to tell you this. This is going to destroy the whole day for you. The hymn is the most unknown question out of all of my quizzes. Heathens. They don't know them at all. It's terrible, isn't it, really? I don't know. Right. We're going to do... It's running a bit late now, and I need to get ready now. So we'll drop the radio story, actually. One more story. You're going to need a pot of this paint. There's a new paint coming out. Oh, yes. This is in the Daily Mail. An air purifying paint has been developed to absorb pollutants and odours, and it's been found to kill certain strains of coronavirus in under 15 minutes. How clever's that? Because I'm not a scientist or a technician, or I'm certainly not a DIYer. But you would think if you paint something on that can kill, I don't know, viruses and things and absorb odours, doesn't it kind of run out at some point? Do you see what I mean? Why doesn't it run out of whatever it's doing? Perhaps when it's dry. I don't know how that works. I love don't you love the smell of a freshly painted room? I'm not talking gloss paint. What's the other paint? You know, the water-based paints. What are they called? Matte paints. Oh Lord, not gloss. The other one. The other one. I don't know what it's called anymore. And that smell when you go into the room of a freshly painted room. Lovely. Paint manufacturer Airlight in the Daily Mail claims that every square metre of surface covered in their product provides the same scale of air cleaning capacity as a tall tree. How clever. How do you make something like that? Isn't that clever? Isn't it good? Don't you think it's clever? Previous tests showed that the paints have antibacterial and anti-mould properties. Now experts based Airtight's Pure Light interior and Sunlight exterior paint for formulations against the coronavirus strain NL63. From this, virologist Chris and colleagues reported that the paints nullify more than 99% of viral particles that landed on their surfaces. I'm just amazed at how that happens. So you're saying you've got a surface like that, right, virus hits it, and it's dead. How? I just think it's incredibly clever. It says at present the paints, which come as a powder and need special application, have only been used by a small group of property management and construction firms. However, a more traditional version is expected to hit the shelves of local DIY stores in the first quarter of next year and will likely retail at premium price paints of around 30 to £80. 80 quid for a tin of paint? God's sake, 80 quid for a tin of paint. Here, listen, here's a tip for you. Don't buy cheap. Do not buy cheap paint. I've spoken to paint, not myself, I don't know, do I? I'll be happy with a tin of paint for £1. I bet you have to put about 10 layers of the blooming stuff on. Although my friend Ray Reynolds, he gets all this stuff from the pound shop, you know. Oh yes, paintbrushes. He don't believe in buying like a paintbrush. I don't know what's an expensive paintbrush? 10 quid, 15 quid, 20 quid. He won't buy that. No. He gets all his stuff from the pound shop. He said, I know you're not supposed to do it, but you use them once and you throw it away. Done. Not me. I shan't be buying a paintbrush anytime soon. Oh, the RAF boys are out in force today. So there you go. That is just so clever, isn't it, eh? How that can happen. So very clever. Alrighty. All right. Okay, gang, let's do today's raffle tickets. This is for the fridge magnet. Someone's going to win one of those on Monday. If you'd like a ticket for that, please speak now. All right, my darlings. Jeff's over there. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's just... there's a couple of texts coming in there, my loves. Couple of texts coming in there. I'm not keeping such an eye on the messages and texts. As I'm sure you've noticed, I think it just spoils the show by just reading them out all the time. We will do another chat box show soon, one evening in the coming few days. Won't be tonight, certainly won't be tomorrow, possibly Saturday, won't be Sunday or next week. We'll do another little chat box show as you enjoyed that, where we don't have anything prepared. There's no news stories. There's nothing about what I've been doing. Maybe one item of what I've been doing, but I'm then led by the chat box. Okay, so we'll do that as you enjoyed that last week. Good morning to Maureen. Morning, Maureen. Maureen says, Series 1 of The Indian Doctor will expire in 2 weeks' time on the BBC iPlayer. 3 series to watch. You will like it. Oh, Maureen, you'll have to stop telling me. I ain't got time to watch all these things, Maureen. Really? There's so much I'd love to watch. But I have other interests, you see. I like sitting here doing this and not so much plants now because it's the winter. And, of course, looking for a house as well, which I'm doing at the moment. So, you know. But I'd love to watch all these things that you send me, Maureen, are great. I'm so pleased you told me about the Land Girls. And the Indian Doctor, that sounds good as well. That sounds good as well. Thank you, Maureen. Ticket number 759 for you, Maureen. Colin K, ticket 760. Colin K. Jeff, who's next door at the moment, fixing his floor. He's arrived here. He comes, I go. People think we don't like each other. I bet he'd like to see you now. I'll have to invite him over at some point. Jeff, if you're watching now, I'll have to have a little tidy up first. Hang on a minute. I've dropped a load of tickets on the floor here now. Are these old ones? What are these from? That's all tickets. Oh, bloody hell. Just fell on the floor. That's last week's tickets here. I've just dropped them all over the blooming floor there. Right, hang on a minute. Oh, Christ, now, hang on. Oh, God. Oh, that's better. Yeah, Jeff, if you're watching next time and you want to pop over, you can pop into the show live and say hello to everyone. All right? Okay, so Jeff, ticket number 761. Right, let's do these raffle tickets now. Hang on a minute. Let's just scroll up there, sweethearts. There we go. John Aitken. Thank you, John. 762. Tony King, 763. Jason Hughes, 764. Diane Jeb, 765. Daniel Holmes, 766. Mick Davenport, 767. Rachel, 768. Peter Wright, 769. Gary Ross, 770. 771 for Mr. George Bond. George, you, where is he now? There's George. George, you uploaded a video yesterday. What was it? There's no content. Presumably you want people to watch your videos. You've got to put content in there. There's no use sitting there just looking at the blooming camera. I've told you what to do, time and time. I keep trying to help you and you don't take any notice. Go on the internet, look at some news stories and read some of them out and comment on them. All right? And write down some things that you'll be doing. It's pointless turning a camera on in your bedroom and just leaving it running. What's the point of that? No one's going to watch. No one's going to watch. We keep trying to help you, but you won't listen. I do my best, George. Get on that computer later. I don't know if you're doing a live stream today. Pull out some news stories. Save them on little tabs along the top. I know you can do it. And write down some bits and pieces what you've been doing. And talk about them. Talk about them. You need to give something some sort of interest to watch. God knows why they watch this crap, but they do. Something of interest, all right, George? Just trying to help you. Shania, 772. 772 for Shania. Michael Pullman, 773. Morning, Ray Reynolds, says my friend Ray Reynolds. Morning, Ray. All right, Ray. Denise is hooked on Leverage on Prime. I don't know that one. Group of grifters conning. What are grifters? I don't know what grifters are, Denise. What are grifters? Denise, 774. Denise is head of ducks on this channel. She will be ducking shortly, actually. I said ducking with a D. Do pay full attention to the show, please. Oh, is that everyone? Oh, that'll be Jeff. Is that you, Jeff? Yeah. Come in, Jeff. It's my neighbour. Come on, Jeff. Oh, hang on a minute. There you go. Hello, Jeff. Come in and say hello. Here you go. It's my neighbour, Jeff. This is fantastic. Come here, Joe. Here, what are you reckoning here, then?
Lovely.
Here. Put your nose down there and say hello to everyone.
Morning, viewers.
They're all there. There's the chat box. Now, you see how quickly that moves up?
Yep.
And
all your guests will be thinking,
keeping them.
You've got Captain Mannering come to see you.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? If you think old England's on. Can you just read out Fran's raffle ticket there for me, Jeff?
Certainly. 775.
775 for you there, Fran. There you go. What are you doing next door?
Replacing my floor. I've got the same problem as you.
Exactly. Yeah, I thought you might have. So it's if you look at my door, it was coming under it. Just about talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Oh yeah.
I'll come round and see you when you finish the show.
I've got to go and look at the house later. Oh. But look, that's where. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Right. So my brother-in-law reckons it was coming under there.
Yes, I've got some of that.
Right under there, and also
I've got some of that expanded foam.
This was right up to there.
Yeah.
So he's cut that.
Put it back.
So now the water just drops straight down.
Yep.
But I've also replaced the sill and it's too small.
Now, I saw you doing that yesterday because I thought
it's too small, so it doesn't quite touch there.
Yeah.
So I'll put that down, which seems to have sorted it out a bit.
Yeah. I thought when I saw you struggling underneath, I thought, take the door
Oh,
off.
it was a nightmare, wasn't it?
Because it's not a big job to take the door off.
No, but it's too small anyway, so that's got to be replaced again. Anyway, I better get on with this.
I'll catch you later.
All right, Jeff. See you later, mate. Bye now. There you go. How lovely. Wasn't that lovely? How fantastic was that, seeing my delightful neighbour coming in? I'm very pleased with that. There you go. We have got good neighbours here. I've got good neighbours here. I've got good neighbours down at the house. Really. It's half a lot. He does look like Captain Mandarin, doesn't he? Fantastic. Where did we get to? 1 second. Fran Green was the last one I gave up there, wasn't I? There's Fran. Everyone else? Is that everyone's tickets? Okie doke. Right, if I've missed anyone's tickets out, we're running very late now. Very, very late. Okay, any more tickets? Please let us know. We got 5 birthdays today. AD James today is 45 years old. Happy birthday, AD. Roberto Carlos Preto, a young 31 years old today. Happy birthday, Roberto. Luke Bickers today, 36 years old. Vera Ginsberg, one of our lovely Manilow ladies. Happy birthday to you, 55. And Joanne Ayres today is 29 years old. So, on this Thursday, the 15th of October 2020, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, kids. And one more ticket there going out for Mark Bowles. Thanks very much, Mark. Got your ticket there, ticket number 776. Alrighty, I'm really pushed for time now, I must say. So we're going to do today's birthday. Those of you that don't stay, thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed our little show today. Hopefully back with you tomorrow morning at 8:45, Friday morning, okay? Meantime, those of you playing our daily game of bingo, we're about to play that now. Got your tickets nice and quickly, my loves, because I'm running out of time. I've got to be in Thumblebee at 11:30 for a little viewing. Okay, so let's bring up the... Oh, I got the wrong thing up there. Let's bring up the bingo board. Up it comes. Eyes down, boys and girls. Here comes your first number. Remember, when I see someone's 1, we're only paying for a full house. All the numbers on your ticket must be marked off. When I see someone's 1, I'll stop the game. You've got 1.5 minutes to claim. If you don't claim in that time and we've moved on, you've missed it. Doesn't matter what the reason is. All right, here we go. 4 and 6, 46. It's a move fairly quickly because I'm really short on time. 5-0, blind 50. 2-0, blind 20. All the 4s, 44. 1 and 6, sweet 16. All on its own, number 3. All the 7 on its own, number 7. On its own, number 7. All right? On its own, number 7. All the 3s, 33. All on its own, it's 1 click, number 6. That's working today. All on its own, number 5. 2 and 3, 23. Thanks very much for all your likes today, by the way, gang. All on its own, number 9. 3 and 8, 38. 1 and 2, 12. 8-0, blind 18. 1 and 5, 15. Shocking. I'm not even going to read it. You know what I'm laughing at. 1 and 5, 15. 6 and 9, 69. 5 and 6, 56. 8 and 9, 89. 2 and 9, 29. 5 and 4, 54. All the 7s, 77. 2 and 5, 25. Boris's Den, number 10. 2 little ducks, Denise, 22. Quack, quack. Top of the shop, blind 90. All the 6s, double click, 66. 5 and 9, the Brighton line. Woo, woo. 1 and 8, 18. 5 and 8, 58. 8 and 2, 82. 1 and 7, 17. 7 and 2, 72. 6 and 2, 62. 6-0, blind 60. 6 and 4, 64. 3 and 9, 39. 2 and 7, 27. 3-0, blind 30. 3 and 2, 32. 4 and 1, 41. 6 and 7, 67. 3 and 5, 35. 1 and 3, unlucky for some, 13. 5 and 3, 53. 5 and 2, 52. 1 and 4, 14. 8 and 3, 83. 8 and 1, 81. 7 and 9, 79. All on its own, number 4. All on its own, 1 little duck, number 2. 2 and 4, 24. All the 5s, 55. 3 and 1, 31. 7-0, blind 70. 4 and 2, 42. We have a winner on 42. I know they're not going to let me down. There's your clock, though, just in case you want to have a look at it. You know who you are. Shout bingo! Shout bingo! What a lovely show this morning. I have enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed it too, my darlings. Hope it comes across. If I'm enjoying it, I'm sure you're enjoying it too. I hope so anyway. Otherwise, we're all wasting our time, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? Okay. We'll wait for our little claimer. Can I just, thanks for the tips as well today. I'm astonished, actually. Thanks very much for the tips today. Diane Jebs claiming the bingo there. Well done, Diane. Oh, I taken the wrong thing off. There we go. Let's read you Diane's numbers. 4, 14, 15, 23, 27, 30, 33. Last number 42, 46, 53, 60, 66, 77, 80, and 89. Congratulations to the delightful Diane Jebb for winning the bingo today. Alrighty, let me give you a ticket, Diane, you lovely lady. 7. Oh, you're a 777, Diane. Diane Jebb, 777. That's for the fridge magnet on next Monday's show. Thanks very much for joining us. Fingers crossed, all being well. I'll see you again tomorrow morning at 8:45, and I'll tell you how today went. Got a nice journey going down to London later. You know, one of the things with not working at the moment, I don't have to rush anywhere. Those of you that have retired, and I know there's some of you that have on here, it's just the most wonderful thing to know that you haven't, as far as I'm concerned, I have to be here in the morning at 8:45, and I have to be here at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday and 8 o'clock on a Saturday. But apart from that, and the church on the Sunday, 10 o'clock Sunday, apart from those things, I haven't got to be somewhere at a specific time. Do you know what I mean? And it's wonderful. Except, of course, my first appointment at 10:30. So I must dash. Have a lovely day. Thanks for watching and listening. Cheerio now.